Margin per game in scoring, TCU best in the conference, 26, plus 26 points, their average final score. See if the Buffs can get with them here. TCU has first possession in the road white uniforms. Colorado home blacks today inside, and Tabitha Betson plays defense against Marta Suarez, who missed the shot.
I think that's where we're going to see it, is who can finish at the rim today, honestly.
Starters for the Buffs, Walker, Mackerlane, Masagayo, Dutau, Betson. Right there in the middle, Jade Masagayo. She's from Fort Worth, Texas. TCU Horned Frogs are from Fort Worth, Texas. Jade's going to go right to the rim and score over Clara Silva.
Just really smart execution, right? No, she doesn't have the height, but does a nice little step back off the dribble there.
Bigby, Hunter, Miles, Suarez, and Silva, the starters for Mark Campbell's TCU Horned Frogs. Jade Masagayo has a rebounded miss. Mackerlane is going to go to the right side. Ziona Walker's been playing great basketball over the last stretch of time. She'll hit a tray.
I tell you what, a start for CU. It's early here, but again, what they've done there defensively too, knowing in that post you've got a big mismatch, but Zy Walker just bodying down there.
Walker poked it away momentarily from Miles, almost had the turnover, spinning along the baseline. Suarez working against Betson. That's a nice piece of work. Left side of the rim by Suarez.
I'd say what she does so well, right? Just textbook in kind of efficient palm post moves and drawing that contact.
Contested pass received by Masagayo. Jade thought she was fouled, and the defense applied by Clara Silva. Talk more about the defense in a moment after this possession for TCU as they work it around. Hunter had it. Silva working it inside, gets it back. Left elbow, it's a good-looking shot from Clara Silva, 6'7" sophomore from Portugal.
Again, and she's showcasing right that range too. That's what keeps defense honest. You got to close her out.
Masagayo thought about going over the 6'7" defender with the wingspan. Looks it up again. Now Betson thinks about this three. That's short. Defense came to her quickly. Marta Suarez, nice recovery. Out it goes. TCU. J.R. Payne leads the Buffs into this one, looking to get to 7-5 in conference. 16th win of the year would be the goal today for Colorado. 10th year for J.R. Payne. Toriano Towns, associate head coach, and assistants Taylor Carr, Matt Howard, Jordan Hernandez, Shelly Sheets, the coaching brigade over on the left side. Taken away. Walker last time down, about got one from Miles. This time does, and she continues to pester the basketball. Walker.
Kind of her signature, right? Always able to kind of just cause some disruption, get those steals.
Quick release three. Good looking shot from Marta Suarez. Rebound. Betson down to the floor. Foul called against TCU. That is Clara Silva.
Here's another look at Zy Walker again, just kind of with that little poke away and a good finish on the other side. What she does so well.
There is Mark Campbell, third season with Chavi Lopez, associate head coach. Mignon Moore, Nia Jackson, Nolan Wilson, Jesse Craig, the coaches. TCU playing defense right now. This is an elite defense. They lead the Big 12 in terms of points allowed per game, but they're giving up some to the Buffs right here. Desiree Wooten is in off the bench. She scores, and Greer checked in moments ago. The Buffs have Dutau, Masagayo, Greer, Wooten, Walker. Dutau out there right now. Had a few subs pop through. Miles. That's what she can do. Just looked around, decided I'll just take the 2 points here.
I would say, yes, exactly that. Like runs off a couple ball screens, right? Just gets that defense a little bit mixed up, and then boom, she has an opportunity.
Looked for a pass, and then thought it looked better just to go ahead and put up the shot.
She thought I had this.
Doesn't need a whole lot of time to get herself assembled to get a shot away, and she quickly threw that one in for two. Masagayo does shoot over the top of Clara Silva and knocks it down.
Again, good awareness by Jade Masagayo, knowing she's not going to get those low post opportunities that she probably has, right? Know that she's that mid-range jumper might be that sweet spot.
Each team with two players waiting to check in. And at the table, Suarez working left side, banging against Masagayo, and then reverses it over. Shot it, though, on the reverse try. Masagayo was there on the opposite side.
Credit Jade for just maintaining position there.
Inside, Greer gets the feed from Desiree Wooten.
Really nice pin by Logan Greer. No help side defense, and had just enough real estate to finish that.
Good start for the Buffaloes. This TCU defense just filthy, allowing 54 points per game, but it's the Buffs right now out-D'ing TCU. Takeaway, Walker on the run, left side, fight her way toward the rim, won't draw a whistle. Zion might have forced that one a little too much, trying to just get the foul. Never had the foul come. Now the other way, TCU runs it down, and they'll cash in 2 with Taylor Bigby.
A little frantic, but again, 2 teams that they love to live on that edge. Kind of their sweet spot.
Setting up this defense, they're the team that allows the fewest points per game in the Big 12, and also the 3rd best blocks per game team, but they're not getting blocks necessarily. The Buffs are going right at them. Overshot there by Anael Dutah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They're not shying away from those inside looks, making sure they're making those cuts.
Miles did it again. That is, wow, that's tough. Played all those great years at Notre Dame. Now featured for TCU, a top 15 team in the country. Couple shots where she just makes it look like, yeah, okay, my turn. I'll just throw this one in.
Right, exactly. If you're giving me a couple feet, yeah, that's my opportunity.
Bangs into Dutah, and there does come a whistle as Anael was driving. The foul goes against Olivia Miles, and the ease of her shot. You all feel like it's going in. It just did for 3. There's Walker poking it away again, diving to the floor. Zai takes it away from Miles. On the run comes JoJo Nawari, gets a shot hoisted up, and now some contact inside. How about TCU? They make some subs at that timeout. Look at that 3 again from Desiree Wooten out of the timeout.
Again, what a great play. Logan Greer just sets the perfect screen. I mean, really, Desiree Wooten had all day to set that up, and on an inbounds play, right? Your defense, you scout that. You know what's coming, but TCU caught a little bit unaware, and a perfect opportunity for Wooten.
Buffs pleased with their defensive effort so far. They put a little token pressure on to bring it up. This is Donovan Hunter, played at Oregon State. I remember seeing her play in the Pac-12 days on the Pac-12 network. She was an early talent as a freshman, really good for Oregon State. Fouled here by Ariana Gooden, and that's a chance to mention those subs who came in during that last timeout. Ariana Gooden and JoJo Nawari for Colorado, and the subs in Veronica Sheffy and Kennedy Basham. And how about a team that can roll not just 1 6'7", but 2 6'7" players at you? Basham in off the bench. Bucket goes in for TCU.
I say that's exactly what happens there, right? You switch on the screen, and that gamble you take is then you're trying to guard Suarez or Basham underneath, and you've got no size advantage at all.
Wooten again, yep, for 3. Desiree knocks down a pair here in a couple of moments, and the Buffs build a 6-point lead. How about 8 quick points off the bench by Desiree Wooten?
We talked about that bench impact. That's what they do so well. Again, you've got so many lineups, so many offensive outlets for CU. Again, who's hot? When Desiree Wooten wants to play, she can back it up. Basham,
tough move, and missed the shot. Good hands in there by Nawari to keep it away from Basham on the miss, and the rebound try. Gooden runs it away, cross midcourt. Logan Greer, yeah, she'll think about that again and knock it down. Buffs raining 3s. This is the team that's at the bottom of the barrel in the Big 12 for 3-point shooting. Not today.
As I say, you gotta love that, right? From head coach J.R. Payne, who always has said, like, my players have this green light. But as you mentioned, not a strength for CU, and certainly not their dialed-in go-to priority. But in a big game, Logan Greer knocking it down.
And the Buffaloes in the first quarter with 2.5 minutes to go. They'll take a drive here from Hunter, who puts away a nice finish off the glass. If they get to 27 points, they're at 22 right now. That would be half of the average full game allowed by TCU. This is a great offensive start, matched with some good defense from the Buffs.
No questions. A really impressive defensive effort. And again, just knocking down the offense right now as well. You mentioned both teams shooting right. TCU at 58%, CU at 64% from the field right now.
Hitting everything. Zion Walker, her turn to knock one down, and a mid-range 2.
And a nice little look. Again, getting inside, CU not shying away from really taking every opportunity off the dribble.
Thought Miles was going to hoist up a 3 there. She wants the ball back from Hunter.
I was going to say, she's ready for it. She wants it.
Hunter wants that screen from Basham, runs it under the basket. Suarez steps back, now drives and finishes. That's a nice play to the rim by the driving and finishing Suarez.
What a nice move by Suarez. And then, of course, Wooten's going to serve that with another drive her own. Logan Greer, though, from outside, we mentioned not always the first choice, but she said, you're going to give me opportunity to line this up and knock it down? I will take advantage.
24-17 national defensive ranks for TCU on your screen. This is nationally now. First in opponent field goal percentage allowed and 8th in opponent rebounds per game. And The Buffs have just come right at their points per game. My mistake on that, not rebounds. Points per game is that other stat. And the Buffs are throwing all that aside. Desiree Wooten, first free throw good. This is the first free throw line visit by either team. 10-point first quarter for Desiree Wooten.
Again, one of those players, you know she can go off. She leads CU right now with about 12 points per game and a quick and efficient 10 for Desiree Wooten.
Now the hustling Buffaloes forcing issues. TCU discombobulation is the situation. Substitution here. Sheffy came in. Now Sheffy's going back out. And Taylor Bigby is now in. We saw Clara Bielefeld in a moment ago, checked in. Maddie Shear in for TCU. Buffs just made wholesale changes, and they'll throw it away here. Mackerlane and Betson are back in. Wooten stays on. Dutas and Masagayo also came back in for a double ankle breaker. Bigby and Dutas both stumbled. Bigby misses the shot.
I was going to say, yeah, they both kind of went down. Woo. And Desiree Wooten just in too much traffic there, but manages to get it off. Again, kind of that frantic pace. That's what they're both teams happy to push.
Yeah, you can tell the Buffaloes, one of their strategic approaches here is downhill basketball, and Wooten is very good at that. A couple times with the Buffs have forced the issue of expecting the foul and not really finished their approach. You got to take it all the way to the rim, let the foul come, but you can't assume that foul. It ends poorly. Luckily, that one was touched by TCU for Wooten.
I was going to say, that is nice drive by Wooten and a good finish as she remains perfect from the field right now. Or excuse me, 4 for 5 from the field right now. That's the other thing with CU. You mentioned that priority on going downhill. The other side of that is sometimes they do become a little bit disorganized and a little bit chaotic.
So on the left side, it's going to get knocked down from deep from Bielefeld. Clara Bielefeld was on the left side. Opposite her in the other corner, they had opportunities either way, really. It was Maddie Shear over there. Good spacing on that offensive possession, results in a 3.
Absolutely, and they're kind of doubling down. CU doubled down on Suarez. It was Suarez who actually just say, hey, no, you should shoot this. Go ahead, take that. There's no entry here. That's your shot.
Masagayo rips and drives right side, spin, shoots, no good. Clock down to 6.3 seconds left in the first quarter. Out of bounds it goes. Desiree Wooten, man, 12 points off the bench in the first. Couple threes, drive.
I'd say she has been instant impact. Get that girl some rest. They will need more of that from Desiree Wooten throughout this game.
National Girls and Women in Sports Day today. That's being recognized at CU Event Center. Nice crowd on hand. Wooten just checked out, crowd applauded her, but now she's heading back to the locker room. So Wooten walking, didn't notice anything different in her walk.
It was a couple of possessions ago. She took that drive, got that whistle, but took a little bit of a bang there.
Clara Bielefeld, 6'4" freshman from Germany. J.R. Payne looking to put something together with 6.5 seconds to go in this first. Tipped out of bounds on the inbound try. Bielefeld knocked it to the sideline. So move the Buffs from the baseline to the sideline. Right side, Mackerlane. Walker, 3. That bounced up and thought it might go back through. They're going to get it away. Nope, no shot. It hits the rim, but that was on the court.
Yeah, like enjoyed herself a little, right?
Dynamic player. We showed her going to the locker room while the first quarter was still finishing out, and Desiree back out there. There's a kick at that one on the Dutas delivery down along the baseline. Kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Buffaloes. It was Bielefeld who booted it. She is from Germany. I wonder if she played a little football.
Football, nicely done.
Yeah, international mixing. First quarter stats are on your screen. Left side. As the Buffs inbound it to Wooten. 60% field goal shooting from TCU, 58 from Colorado in that first. 17 bench points, obviously fueled by the dozen from Wooten. Walker left it short on the spinning move in the lane with Shear in front of her. Now Shear runs the floor. Feeds it in left side. Gonna work on the post against Masagayo. Fade away by Silva. 2 Buffs there. It's rebounded by Betson.
I say, Jade Masagayo kind of holding real estate there and forcing the fadeaway and not able to finish it.
So we talk about the length of the Buffaloes. You look at players like Masagayo and Greer, Dutas, Nawari, but this is a whole different level here on the size proposition, and Masagayo again doesn't mind. Goes over the 6'7" Silva for a bucket.
I would say Silva again with that reach, but Jade Masagayo doing just a masterful job of kind of really getting her on her hip with that first dribble and then creating just enough distance to use the glass perfectly.
Yeah, moving toward the basket, but then fading her shoulders back a little bit, give herself room to release the shot. Great control athleticism by Masagayo, who's going to pick up a foul right here on the moves inside by Suarez.
And Suarez is so smooth. Look at this first step in this pivot. No, she's got an opportunity here, just gets Jade a little bit off. Goes through the contact. Again, Suarez, one of the biggest pieces of TCU's offense. Averages about 16 points a game. And she's just so solid in that mid-range and that post.
First free throw of the game for the Horned Frogs is good. In came Taylor Bigby, number 1. Out went Silva, who's from Portugal. At the line, they had Suarez from Spain. Germany represented. Olivia Miles, she's from New Jersey. That's, that's around this landmass that we're on. Utah has it up top. Slow approach for the Buffs here, taking time on this shot clock. Now bounce it inside. Another pass denial inside. Bigby was there on that one, and now Bigby's going to D well and take that loose ball. They deny the passes, the entry passes really well. Buffs have overcome it nicely so far.
As I say, that was really good defense. Utah does such a good job of kind of drawing that contact, but Bigby playing straight up.
Coach Payne has her hands up, reminding her defense, hands up, hands in the face. It's tapped away. Masagayo has another takeaway for the Buffaloes. It's the 5th turnover of the game for TCU. Just 1 turnover so far for Colorado compared to 5 now for the Horned Frogs.
As I say, absolutely 4 steals for CU, 3 by Zai Walker.
Yeah, Walker's going to take this shot. No good. Bigby with Utah trying to board behind her. Bigby has it. Hunter will bring it up. In that first quarter, Olivia Miles turned it over twice. She averages 3.9 turnovers a game. Twice, and Zai Walker pestering her at midcourt.
You're right, kind of tells that story just right of that defensive pressure and where that's at. She is so good at keeping that ball secure.
Jade Masagayo's got a grab foul here. That'll be the 2nd foul for Masagayo. 2 for Jade. Donovan Hunter has played Colorado 5 times. I mentioned she played at Oregon State, Donovan Hunter, number 4 for the Frogs. 3-0 in her time at Oregon State, couple wins at TCU. She's had good success. This team also got a big overtime win at Utah, and it's somewhat relevant with the altitude proposition. It was a huge win for Utah, beating TCU in OT, but they've performed well at elevation. Hoist one up. That elevation came up a little short, and Walker rebounds the miss by Suarez, and then a throwaway midcourt. Sheffy gets to it. Hunter in the corner. Man, in and out. Good shot. Masagayo boards it. Walker hangs on.
Again, and smart. They were ready to run again, but Zai Walker takes a step back, right? Like, hold on. Let's slow this down.
Olivia Miles will be checking back in next whistle. Kennedy Basham joining her at the score table. Miles leads the team in minutes per game, one of the top minutes per game players in the country. Wow, there's a block. This team is fantastic blocking the basketball, and it was that time Bielefeld who knocked it away. Ooh, good work down the floor. Suarez is loose, and Shear finds her.
I say just a great fast break. Textbook, right? Knowing they got numbers and a good finish. Easy bucket.
Feel a little momentum shift there, or maybe a little confidence shift from TCU. See if the Buffs can answer it. Good and missed dribbles, and it's going to go to TCU.
Oh, what a great look. Really nice give and go there, but couldn't do it. Here's a look at this defensive effort here. Again, it was a great awareness by Zai Walker, right? You had some really good opportunity, but again, not against that defense, and Suarez on the other end with an easy finish to pull within 6 here.
Here is Olivia Miles, subbed back in. Talia Parker also came in, number 21. Parker on the floor for TCU. Wild shot misses badly. Jade Crook is in for Colorado. Up with the basketball is Gooden. Mackerlane and Betson waiting to check in. We got the heavy rotations going right now. Deep right in the midst of the second quarter. Greer is off the mark with her shot.
I'm saying, CU, right? You knew it's going to slow down. You can't shoot 60. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but you're not going to shoot 60% the entire game. Parker knocks this one down from deep.
Gave her a 2
That's a long
on that.
2.
Yeah,
Yep, long
toe was
2.
on the line was the call there, and so Talia Parker hits the shot. Sophomore from Oklahoma City. Instant offense. Parker, her first minutes of this game, and she tallies 2 points quickly. Wooten gets it up top with 10 seconds to shoot. And about 5 minutes to go first half. Buffs leading by 4. Are they leading by 7? No.
I like the opportunity, right leg, draw it up for Desiree Wooten, let her manage that.
Miles will pull a foul from. Brought in a nice crowd and some nice moments on the floor. And another celebration today. Miles on the first free throw, good. On the second free throw, good. Olivia Miles, free throw percentage at 85% this year, third best of the Big 12. So fantastic from the line. She hit both of those. Wooten trying to find the pathway. McErlane will come and get it from her with 10 seconds to shoot. Maeve to Betson, drives with 3 seconds to shoot. One more pass, Nowori blocked by Olivia Miles, and a good wire-to-wire defensive stand there for TCU.
I was gonna say, absolutely. They make them use every bit of shot clock and get a block out at the end there.
Pretty good presence by Betson to think about that one more pass against the shot clock. Miles is short on her fadeaway. Not a set shot, but not really a jumper either.
Right, a little bit caught, almost a little bit unaware that she had that opportunity.
Wooten into the trees. And that's out to Colorado. Bounced off of TCU. Miles and Basham are down low. Sheffy's out there. Bielefeld and Parker, the 5 on the floor for the Frogs. Betson fires up the 3, hits the iron, no good.
I say no real opportunity for boards either. Not a lot of CU Buffs crashing right now. Again, both teams have been shooting at a high percentage. There haven't been a lot of opportunity.
This is a potent unit here, this basketball squad from TCU. Basham is knocked around a little bit underneath. It goes out. And sub coming in is number 7, Marta Suarez. Officials are talking about which way it's going to go. They are going to give it. Yeah, no, it was last touch by TCU. There was some conversation there. It'll be Buffs basketball.
I say Olivia Miles felt pretty strongly. No, this should be our opportunity. Let's take another look. We're going to let it ride.
Out went Kennedy Basham from Phoenix, Arizona. She played at Oregon and at Arizona State last year after a run at Oregon, now with TCU on this loaded roster. McErlane, Suarez was there on D, and Miles takes it away. We're talking about this defense, number 1 in the Big 12, but they're the number 3 offense in the Big 12. This is a juggernaut. They're really good on both sides, and again, credit to the Buffs sitting on a 2-point lead under 3 minutes to go. Much lower scoring second quarter for the Buffs. What do they have? 2 points in the quarter, and we're down to 2:49 to go.
Absolutely. They play, right, both sides of the basketball so well. And they've got so much opportunity with their lineup, with their size, with their speed. Again, you're led by Olivia Miles.
Hunter inbounding. Cammie, I'm curious if you've seen anything that TCU's done to turn it from a 28-point first quarter for the Buffs to a 2-point second quarter for the Buffs. Miles going to shoot it and miss it short as the shot clock is winding down. Offensive rebound. Suarez going to work on Betson. Good defense by Tabitha Betson. Again, Suarez determined, and Betson just sending her away. The Australian defending the Spaniard, who then steps out and hits a 3. Wow.
My goodness.
So Miles sat out a little bit at the start of the second quarter. She seldom does that. She's the top minutes played per game player in the conference. But anything else for this 2-point output for the Buffs after 20
Yeah,
minutes?
I was going to say, the biggest thing is you've held Desiree Wooten to no points in the second quarter. That's the biggest thing. She was on fire for you.
After her 12 in the first. How about
Absolutely.
this? Nope. She tried it. Wooten missed the 3.
But again, see you not getting in on many boards either here. Obviously, you're not going to be this hot for that long. You got to start crashing those boards and start throwing some bodies around.
Buffs 0 for their last 9 on field goal tries. That's part of the equation. There's a free throw line trip coming for Olivia Miles, fouled by AD on IL Dutau.
Again, AD doing her best. This is what's so hard, right? You're going They ran her off an off-ball screen, clear that out for her, so Dutaw's on her own. You can't afford to help much, so that is a one-on-one defensive effort.
Miles to the free throw line, mentioned the 85.3% clip at the free throw line. She hits that again. And they throttled Houston on Wednesday, doubled up on them 90-45. Miles, a big game with 25 points. Suarez was big. They were, everybody's big there in the 90-point outburst.
They're just so consistent, right? Averaging a combined 35 points per game. It's just, it's a really tough task defensively.
TCU is not led in this basketball game. They just tied the score after trailing by as many as 11 points. In goes Wooten, her first points in the second quarter, put the Bucks back on top by 2.
I was saying credit CU for really creating that opportunity for Desiree Wooten to find that lane and finish at the rim there. As you mentioned, she's been held scoreless after a really hot first quarter.
And leading all players with her 14 points. Suarez has 10 for TCU, and they're tied again as Hunter goes to the rim.
I would say, like this Donovan Hunter, okay, I'll raise you my own here. Again, another player, one of that kind of those trifecta of TCU offensive foundation. Donovan Hunter, able to produce plenty on her own. Nice pick and roll.
Logan Greer pays it off.
Again, CU kind of providing a little bit of that same opportunity. You choose to switch, we will try to exploit that.
Now it's Dutaw pestering Miles near midcourt. And TCU get their first lead of the game. And again, Dutaw on the basketball. Miles bumps her away from it. It's veteran player number 5 for TCU. She doesn't like what's happening to her with all the pestering she's getting.
As I say, now we're playing some basketball, right?
There's that drop.
Now we're playing some basketball.
Pass down from Desiree Wooten. Talking about her points. She's got 4 assists with her 14 points, Desiree.
Yeah, she's finding, right? She's finding when she's covered, she's finding an open player.
Hunter had it taken away by Wooten, got it back and retied the game at 34.
Excellent second effort.
Wooten, big, hot arcing 3 at the buzzer, bounces off. As she rejoined the roster in December, Tabitha rounding into form. She's out there to start the second half with the Bucks playing defense. TCU trying to get their first lead of the game in the first possession of the second half.
Yeah, there's no question why Tabitha Benson has kind of worked into that starting role. She has really produced for CU.
Hunter works around a screen that knocks back Dutaw, and the 3 is available for Suarez, who leads the team in scoring and adds to it with a 3. First lead for TCU.
I say first lead of the game for TCU, and yeah, of course, it's going to be Suarez recognizing that opportunity when she's got it from outside.
Lob it in, Masagayo reaches for the ball along the baseline, gets her shot up, and a whistle. And Jade has been hot at the free throw line. She's going to go there now. Suarez has the foul. That's her first.
I would say, nice little 3 from the corner. Just knocking it down. Marta Suarez, she'll draw that foul. She knew it immediately, too, on the other end. But again, such a good, productive, smart player.
Jade Masagayo, CU's top free throw percentage shooter this season, and rattle that one down. I was being careful last game.
Yeah.
I was just saying, here's her 8th free throw of the game, not saying she's made all 7, but I was not. So there I accidentally did do the top percentage thing and almost
threw it way out of whack.
Goofed it all up. And she dialed it in a little bit. Learned from that first one and a little more clean on the second free throw. 37-36. TCU, 8 points for Masagayo. Freshman Clara Bielefeld has looked good today. Number 16, Miles hoists it up. Front iron. Suarez had the rebound, and that's going to be out. Stay on that end.
It's really good defensive communication by Cy Walker and Betson there. Again, Cy Walker kind of had to gamble, drop a little bit off on Olivia Miles, who didn't take the opportunity.
Suarez trying to accelerate. Betson wanted a travel call, playing defense behind Suarez. Now the screen from Suarez. They switch it up. Hunter drives around. Betson and left hand glides it in.
Again, a player like Donovan Hunter's going to take advantage of that every time. Just a miscommunication on that screen.
Anael Dutaw missed. Tried to rebound her own miss and had to go out of bounds. Last touch by AD. Anael was talking to Malala Pyle before the game today. We were talking about AD. Here's that last drive by Hunter around Betson, good acceleration. AD has had a really good year. She's still third in the Big 12 in rebounding, but last few games just haven't been quite as productive for points and rebounds. Utah, good drive there, couldn't get the finish.
Absolutely, right? She's kind of one of those foundational pieces, consistent. Ooh. Okay, Jade Mazzucato taking the opportunity, like, I'm going to sag a little bit on Olivia Miles. Miles can't knock it down here, though.
Trying to cut was Walker. Mazzucato had her pass deflected by Suarez. Now they look up, and the drive, Mackerlane stopped Bielefeld. Hunter got it up and scored it, falling away from the rim. 41-36.
Hunter creating magic out of what was a completely discombobulated play. A little hectic, a little chaotic.
Jade Mazzucato working hard, breathing heavily. Mackerlane tried to bounce it into her, didn't connect, but it's out. Stays with the Buffs. Betson and Mackerlane leave. Wooten Greer are on for the Buffs with Walker, Mazzucato, and Dutas.
Listen, you mentioned Dutas. Again, she just hasn't kind of found that rhythm that she usually does. On the board, she kind of hasn't found that rhythm as she usually has. Not for lack of effort and trying to make every opportunity in there.
Buffs have Wooten driving, spinning, shooting, and rolls out. Greer saves it. Wooten, don't mess up my plan. She did. She puts them on 39 points with a 3. And the Horned Frogs bring it up, leading by 2.
Exactly how she drew it up.
Well, there's a tie up. That's going to go to Colorado. Okay, she messed up my plan. So I was waiting for one team to get to 38 because that's Brady Russell's football number.
Oh,
He's a captain for the Seahawks in the Super Bowl day. He played here at CU, played for me when he was 5 years old in Fort Collins. I coached the little dude. So I was all about the 38 points today. Whoever got to it, I was going to use that as a plug for CU alum and Super Bowl special teams captain for the Seahawks today, Brady Russell. Good luck to the forever Buff Brady in his first Super Bowl.
Nice board by Olivia Miles there.
That was springy.
Skied up, yeah, exactly. Ooh.
Hunter measured it, didn't shoot it. Now she'll bounce it in. Suarez gives it back. This time Hunter will shoot it. And on the third time she took a look at the rim. That one she shot and made.
As I say, she had opportunity. Suarez hit it right back to her, saying, no, knock this one down.
I'm glad Wooten hit that 3, by the way, when I said don't mess up my plan. I was not anti-rooting for Dez to hit that 3.
Oh, you had a plan.
You know, I've been waiting.
Super Bowl tie-in. Super Bowl tie-in.
That last, after a third touch out there on the right wing, Hunter knocked down the 3. Good player, Donovan Hunter. I mentioned her time at Oregon State and just was really good immediately when she joined that roster. She's from Medford, Oregon. Freshman year was prolific, and she just continues. Olivia Miles objects loudly to the foul call against TCU.
I was going to say.
It's not against her, it's Clara Silva who picks up her second.
Silva had a similar, like, how, where, when? Exit.
3, ooh, now we got a whistle going the other way, and CU picks up a foul. That one goes against Logan Greer, or Logan, second foul.
Again, Greer just got a little aggressive, setting that screen. Again, getting a little chippy here.
It's the first foul for CU in the third quarter. TCU whistled for 3 fouls. Hunter working against Dutas, who's staying right in her pocket, pressuring the bring up. Suarez, man, she's a threat from everywhere. You have to respond to her no matter where she is. Good double by Mazzucato and Greer. Greer talks about Jade Mazzucato being an inspiration for her, one of the players that she's learning a lot from. They get the clock down to 4. Hunter puts it up, and there's the height of Silva coming into play. Hunter from the corner. Donovan missed that. Greer had to take a second chance to gather it. Miles pokes it away. Good hustle play for the Frogs. Now weaving through the lane.
I say TCU just out. Tough at CU right now on this possession.
Wow, another run-through rebound. That one Silva on the sheer miss. Can Miles end the possession successfully?
Feel her frustration on, Greg, you've got a tight game. You've got, I don't think it was that egregious. Of course, Coach Campbell is doing his part too, but all right. Desiree Wooten, make them count.
Wooten cashes those in. Has 19 points in the game. Zion Walker need her and got her right there with a 2. Spring it up. big 4-point burst.
I say that'll do wonders for your own confidence there, knocking that one down as Silva closed out on her.
28 points in the first quarter, 10 points since as we headed into those last couple conversions by the Bucks. Miles.
That's the one thing. Yeah, that's one thing you can't do is just trade buckets, right? That's where CU has to get that defensive step in.
Straight on three for Logan Greer is clean. There on the bench is Sophie Zadell flashing the threes. That was not tech worthy. She's not going to get teed up for those threes.
Yes, exactly.
Celebrating from afar. Tabitha Betson will be checking in, as will Clara Bielefeld. Timeout on the next whistle, and those two players will be in when we work through our break. Miles with 2 seconds to shoot. Tough shot. Leaning. Greer tried to save it. Silva was right there. Gave it to Hunter, who got it done. Man, Silva probably needed to take that herself. Made that pass, and Hunter was kind of underneath the rim, but made it happen. Jake Masagayo makes it happen down the other way.
How about this? CU running it and finding the other opportunity in the easy bucket by Jake Masagayo. Now another steal by Zai Walker.
Had it tapped away, out of bounds.
Okay, we got plenty of basketball still to play here.
Betson looking around. Shut down there. Going to give it away to Walker driving. Ziona Walker squeezes that one in off the glass.
I say Betson trying to create an opportunity, kind of getting, she said, runs to a dead end, but Zai Walker, credit her for kind of creating that contact and almost letting that defense settle before she goes back up.
CU, 4 players in double figures. 3 of those are on the floor right now. Miles, beautiful drive, spins that in.
So pretty, such a nice finish.
Greer and Walker and Wooten on the floor right now all have double figure scoring. Betson hasn't scored and Dutau has not scored. You can get the international scoring contributions. Australian Betson, France, Dutau. That one's going to be from Greer instead out of the Philadelphia area. Logan Greer works her way in. Dozen points and a free throw coming up next.
Okay, Greer, you got to see her at the top of the key. CU actually kind of breakdown in this play. Logan Greer says, all right, I'll make this an opportunity. Good little drive and create that contact and get herself to the line.
Clara Bielefeld, first foul from Recklinghausen, Germany. Clara picked up the foul. Greer picked up the free throw. 13 points for Logan Greer, and the Buffs have it tied back at 53-53 after yielding a large lead to TCU in this quarter. 8 points at 5:46 to go in this quarter, and a quick turnaround. Miles will go give them the lead back, but that was at 5:46, so it just took not even 3 minutes for the Buffs to get rid of the 8-point deficit and put it right back into a tie.
You saw that position there with Suarez, though, just so smart, knowing that Olivia Miles had a mismatch, guarded by Tabitha Betson, right? Gives it right back to her. TCU clears out. That's kind of that strategy, and just so thoughtful and such a high IQ on offense.
Suarez has her 3rd foul here on the whistle. Miles driving, crossing from right to left at the left-hand lay-in, and here's that foul against Greer.
Yeah, good move by Greer. Again, making that contact, but taking care of the ball as well.
Foul again committed by Bielefeld. A foul situation. She just has 1. 3 fouls for Marta Suarez. Greer's good at the line. Neither team has missed a free throw today. We've got 14 free throws shot. Greer goes out, and here's about the appreciation from a nice crowd at the CU Event Center as Logan worked her way up to 15 points. That was the 9th of 9 for the Bucks, so 15 successful free throws between the two teams. And one coming here for Suarez, finishes and will take 1 extra.
Again, Suarez just such a smart player. She catches it here at the high post, gets Betson off a little bit. Jade tries to help but can't commit, right? Suarez just so smart, thoughtful with the ball security, ball control, and is able to finish for the and one opportunity. Now 15 points, 4 boards for Marta Suarez.
Adds the freebie. Might have pointed to a fan after that. Somebody behind the basket was letting her hair in a little bit. We got the bananas over there. Got an inflated unicorn.
Some extra conversation. Oh,
That's the third foul of the quarter by Colorado on the offensive side this time. TCU has committed 5, and Buffs now have a second foul charge to Tabitha Betson. Suarez finds herself too open. She was surprised, does finish it, but she was going to shoot a 3. Then wait, there's nobody between me and the rim.
As I say, listen, Tab Betson got whistled for that foul and just got taken out mentally of that game, leaving Suarez wide open. Suarez gets that pass. She was even a little bit shocked at how wide open she was. Just a terrible misstep by CU.
Olivia Miles has 18 points. Marta Suarez has 18 points. Big days again for them. Masagayo gets it in, and she'll shoot one. The and ones are a flying, and this one's going to be a problem for TCU. The foul, Marta Suarez, 4 fouls.
I was just saying, she's picked these up quick. Jade Masagayo going right to her again. Has the edge, has the opportunity. I know she had her beat. Perfect progression by Jade Masagayo.
Wow, number 7 in white is checking out, replaced by 17, Clara Silva. The big story there, 4 fouls for Marta Suarez with 1:57 left in the third quarter. A lot of basketball left.
Absolutely. And again, a player that you need on the court. Again, at the break, she had no fouls. This was all third quarter, right? She picks these up.
Jade Masagayo, 13 points. What a great take by Jade, driving the left side, finishing, and the foul. And now 13 points to Masagayo, 58 points for the Buffs. They're down by 2. Miles looking to get to 20, maybe 21. Yeah, 21 points on the day with that 3.
Solid. I mean, listen, Olivia Miles is going to knock that down every single time. She has so many game reps under her belt, right? She knows exactly what's going to happen. You cannot give her that much room.
Now she comes down the floor on defense, walks over by the courtside seat. Somebody's jawing at her, and she just touched her ear a little bit, like, yeah, keep talking.
I'll take it in.
I know I got a T here, and I'm pretty happy with that, but I'm going to be here all day. She only has 2 fouls, by the way. 21 points for Olivia Miles. 63-58. Hunter driving. Big third quarter for Hunter. Bielefeld lays it in. Nice finish on the left side.
A really good take. You see Desiree Wooten was matched up with Miles there. She was not leaving her side.
Wooten, great feed to Masagayo, who was bouncing around in there and got knocked to the floor. The foul goes against Clara Bielefeld. Second foul.
And here's another look at it. A good fast break. Jade Masagayo kind of has to collect, reassess. Ooh.
Give me a little help here.
Give me a little help here. That's some really good minutes. Okay, we're going to see Marta Suarez check back in here.
Going to go offense, defense here. Put her on the low left block. She's got the 4 fouls, but they'll have possession with 44.9 seconds left in the third quarter. I'm sure she's well aware of the facts here. A graduate student, by the way, is Marta Suarez, veteran player, and it was, hey, don't drive into anybody, don't go charge somebody on offense, and then just lay out on defense for the. If we can't get you off the floor, just stay out of the way on defense. Masagayo shooting.
Absolutely. And Suarez, one of those players that, right, head coach Mark Campbell knows that he can trust inherently. Just wants to also maintain that he has her at full 100% as we go into this fourth quarter in a tight game.
Jade Masagayo has matched her jersey number now with 14 points. 15 points. Man. She hit 9 of 9 free throws on Wednesday against West Virginia, and Jade Masagayo is at 5 of 5 today.
Say, it's those freebies. Ooh.
Corner, Miles drove, then dished. Bielefeld gave it back to Olivia Miles, who scoops it home.
Again, what they do so well, right? TCU just gets everyone a little bit disrupted and discombobulated and creates a wide open opportunity at the rim.
No shot clock for Colorado. They're down by 7. The largest lead for TCU came in this quarter. It was 8. The Buffs got it all the way back to a tie. Can Greer shorten it up again? Yeah! Jumper's good from just beyond the free throw stripe. And it's 17 points for Logan Greer.
Logan Greer finding her moments. As we go into what opportunity she's taking.
Donovan Hunter has the basketball. We talked about Donovan scoring 9 points in the third quarter, but how about for Olivia Miles? She had 14 points in the third quarter alone. Down goes Ariana Gooden. She collides. Clara Silva picks up a foul. Third foul for Silva. First foul in the fourth quarter for TCU. And how about the point production in the third quarter? 33 points for TCU in the third quarter alone. 33. Buffs had another 28-point quarter. They had 28 in the first, then 6 points in the second, and 28 points in the third. At least they ran with TCU, but the Horned Frogs put up 33 in that third.
Absolutely. It has just been an offensive who's got the opportunity. Logan Greer poured in 10 in the third quarter.
Gooden couldn't handle the heat high pass from Masagayo.
And these are those opportunities you see with CU sometimes when they do get a little scattered and disorganized in these tight situations. Again, right ideas, but just making sure those passes are crisp. You're going to the ball security.
Jade Masagayo has 17 points in the game.
Textbook, what a nice inbounds and great opportunity by Jade. Not going in, right? But just finding that sweet little jumper.
Ziona Walker just replaced Maeve Mackerlane, who you saw heading to the bench. And Zai's out there with Gooden up top. Wooten also in the guards. Zone look going here. Greer stepping up. Masagayo to the other side, shutting down Hunter. Deep ball. Miles is good from out there, too.
I was going to say, if there's an opportunity to be had, Olivia Miles with 26 points. Again, this is what makes defending her so hard. You cannot afford to help or be late on a screen at all.
Buffs working offense, down by 6. Walker finds a seam. Nice drive, little hesitation, and then Ziona accelerates to the basket.
And say the tenor of this game, right? Both teams be able to find their offensive opportunities as we continue to see kind of these Star Wars numbers, right? TCU shooting 58%, CU shooting 52%.
Miles has been hot, and she'll miss that shot. Tipped by Greer. Wooten runs through the bouncing rebound. Running the Buffs, Gooden, Wooten, corner, eyes it. That one rimmed out.
Again, she had plenty of time. Donovan Hunter trying to close that out. Good look by Wooten. Again, not a lot of rebounding effort. We've seen CU. Again, you're going to struggle with TCU's size. Their rebounding margin is usually about +9, but not a lot of effort on the boards.
Hunter driving, flung that up around Masagayo, ran down her own miss that bounced free. Buffs all collapsed toward the shot. Nobody's out there to rebound it. Wooten getting defensive with Miles, and foul goes against Desiree Wooten. That's the first foul for Desiree.
But that's kind of that miss there. You gotta lock that in. Here we see the CU scoring leaders. Again, Wooten with pouring in nearly 20 points. Logan Greer had a really strong third quarter. Jade 17, Zai Walker. The only Buffs that have produced today are those 4. Also a little uncharacteristic. Usually CU's offensive power spread a little bit throughout.
Suarez, 4 fouls, driving and scoring.
Such a nice move. Again, when Logan Greer comes in to help, she just pivots, goes to the other side. Again, knowing you're not going to get help side from both sides, you're going to leave a shooter wide open otherwise, and Suarez will find them.
Buffs sent in Anael Dutau, and it was Suarez and Maddie Shear who came in for TCU. Greer, her career high in her freshman season is 19 points. That would have put her there had she made that shot. Greer was 17. She scored 19 against Portland State in November. Look at the acceleration from Olivia Miles, who gets right in the face of a banana.
Enjoying the banana Buffs want a technical for that one. She's just, again, continues to celebrate. But CU, no one steps in front and stops the ball. Someone's got to stop Olivia Miles.
Masagayo. Tough shot. Good move by Jade. She missed it. It's tipped out of bounds by TCU.
And here you see Olivia Miles. No one picking up ball. Jade Masagayo is your first option and your least prioritized option. If you're CU, you have got to have someone step her up. Olivia Miles, just such a good job of recognition, knowing she had that the whole way. Probably enjoyed chatting with the Buffs as well.
Out go Miles and Suarez. That was a brief appearance for Suarez on offense. Budgeting her right now with
20 left in the first.
The block shot that Betson tried. Dutau has an offensive rebound.
There we see Dutau in the mix here.
Cutting is Dutah, scoring is Dutah, shooting a free throw is Dutah.
Let's say we just mentioned how CU is really only seen scoring from 4 players, but this is the opportunity, right? You do have players that are capable, and Dutah, again, she got on that board, created this opportunity with that first offensive board, and then gets herself for the and one opportunity here.
Yeah, that's she's been really good for the Buffs, so it's just more of a strange kind of an anomaly for Dutah. That's her first rebound of the game and her first points of the game, and she's been definitely one of their leaders. She'll miss the free throw, and it's 74-68. Buffs stay down by 6, and that breaks the streak. The teams between them had hit all 19 free throws in this game. Buffs were 12 of 12, TCU 7 of 7, and Dutah missed on her and one. Shear, Walker flies by, extra pass to Bielefeld, who missed it too strong, and Jade Crook has the rebound.
But again, you got Olivia Miles on the bench. If that's the shot CU forces, they're happy with that.
Yeah. Buffs have the ball out high, trying to drop it over the top to Wooten. Got it there. Wooten gives it back to Betson. Betson, strength, takes it up. Good work inside. Physicality from Tabitha Betson. 74-70. Good crowd on hand on National Girls and Women in Sports Day. And they're getting loud.
Oh.
Bielefeld beat Betson to the spot, but she recovered nicely and forced a tough shot, and Betson grabs the board.
I say a good kind of bear down defensive effort there.
5th board for Tabitha. Buffs trying to get this to a 1-possession game. Ziona Walker, 13 points on the day. And 4 Buffs in double-figure scoring. 5 to shoot. Crook. There's a foul. It's going to be Clara Silva. Third foul. North Texas, collegiately, near TCU. A little inspiration, perhaps. Greer holds on. Greer shoots and bounced it out. No good.
I was going to say, girl, your defender's down. Now's your time.
Yeah. And Greer, I saw her working on trying to dunk before a game, maybe a month ago or so. I don't think that was an opportunity, but path to the basket was there.
It was there.
Suarez, Masagayo trying to foul her out of the game, and she did. Ooh. Charge drawn by Jade Masagayo. That's a big play by number 14 in black. Out goes Suarez with her 5th foul.
Yeah, huge play. Again, Suarez is going to game. You know what she's going to do. She's going to go for it. But Jade Masagayo, just a really smart, thoughtful play. Get her feet in position. I mean, perfect opportunity too, right? Knowing exactly kind of what Suarez is going to lower that shoulder. What a heads-up play by Jade Masagayo.
Great timing, and Jade playing with just 2 fouls, so she's thinking, if they call it on me,
right, you got
big deal. Smart basketball.
Woo.
From the Fort Worth kid.
No.
And now the turnover.
I was going to say, Olivia Miles going, come on, I got this all day.
4-point lead stuck here for a little bit at 74-70. Buffs couldn't do anything there. It's been almost 3.5 minutes since TCU last scored. Miles working. Got a whistle and some screening was going on there. Dutah was tied up with Clara Silva.
So again, the biggest decision you have to make when you're guarding Olivia Miles, are you trying to slip that screen over top, you trying to go behind? Olivia Miles just going to keep dribbling and try to create some kind of chaos, and Dutah caught in the middle of it.
Miles hits the shot and hits 30 points on the day. Dutah, that was her 2nd foul, by the way. Wooten trying to run it with Walker, and getting back is Donovan Hunter to stop the basketball.
Yeah, appreciate the pace. Wooten recognizing it's time to run, we got to go.
Under 3 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Wooten drives, fakes that shot back behind her shoulder to get it away, and then picks up the loose ball on the miss. Wooten resetting with 15 seconds on the shot clock now.
Try a little bit of a set piece here, give Wooten some opportunity.
Wooten wanted to give to Greer and then re-dribbled it and flipped it up. No good. There's Anael Dutah on the glass. That's what she's been doing all year long. Offensive rebound, basket for AD.
I would say that steady presence of Anael Dutah, credit her for not having the best game, but in the pinch here with under 3 minutes to go, finds an opportunity.
The unicorn, the inflated unicorn, is waving behind the basket. The fans trying to get one push here out of CU, trailing by 4. Need a defensive stop. Miles is way outside. She missed that by quite a bit short, just barely skimmed the rim.
I was going to say, kind of a wild possession for TCU, but CU, again, trying to bear down.
Under 2 minutes. Cutting is Walker. Around Miles. Got the shot. Great body control and shot release from Ziona Walker, and she's got 15.
I say she's just kind of that calm presence, taking her time, taking a beat to find that best opportunity. As you hear the crowd now on their feet.
Olivia Miles drives left side. 10 to shoot for TCU. Bielefeld tested the left side, now inside, spinning. Silva, wild shot. Buffs get the stop and have a chance to tie or take the lead as we approach 1 minute remaining. Across the timeline comes Zia Walker. And 4 fouls committed by TCU, so even a non-shooting foul committed here by TCU would be their 5th and put the Buffs in the bonus. Masagayo, tough catch, drives, and fouled right there by Silva. Clara Silva has fouled out of the game. The second Horned Frog to go by way of DQ on 5 fouls.
Again, what you said, Silva just tried to cheat, tried to get a little bit of that tap away, but then Jade Masagayo, once she got control of that ball, knew she had her beat all the way. Credit Jade Masagayo for taking that opportunity. Again, you had Hunter on Wooten. You knew there was an opportunity there. But Jade Masagayo, great awareness on that high post. Silva just got a little bit out of position, trying to get that steal, and then just could not recover and commits the foul.
In comes number 22, Maddie Shear from Florence, Kentucky, a graduate student. Number 22, Shear, replaces Silva, who fouled out. Jade Masagayo. This first free throw would make it a 1-point game. It bangs out. First free throw miss of the day for Masagayo. She's 5 of 6 from the line with 17 points. I find it interesting, you might not, but you have 2 players on the TCU roster named Clara, spelled C-L-A-R-A, like Santa Clara, but they're both pronounced Clara. We just saw one of them foul out. Bielefeld and Silva, the 2 Claras for TCU. Masagayo hits one, and TCU takes a timeout to advance the basketball. Marta Suarez and Donovan Hunter. 30 for Miles, 20 for Suarez, 15 for Hunter. Here we go to offense. Hunter gets it to Miles. Buffs working against the shot clock. Miles going to go to the rim. Masagayo is going to be called for a foul. Fans thought she had a block. Jade, I think she knew she got a chunk of Olivia Miles. That is the 3rd foul for Jade Masagayo.
Again, here's the trust that, again, Coach T and the Buffs have in each other. They choose to make that switch between Zia Walker and Jade Masagayo. In my opinion, that's a tough matchup and so smart of Olivia Miles. She knows exactly what to do. This is exactly how they operate.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know if Jade knew she got her or not. Jade didn't react much. The block was pretty good. Probably a body call, I imagine, is what happened, but there was some other contact. Now the little alignment problem, trying to get ready for the free throw. Bielefeld will fade out, get out of the rebound blocks. Just one Horned Frog on the blocks left side. It's Hunter on a missed free throw from Miles. It leaves it in a 2-point game. 77-75. Buffs, 45 seconds to go.
Plenty of time here.
Walker has been on a tear over the last 2-3 weeks. Buffs have 10 to shoot, down by 2. Wooten leading the team in scoring today. Been fantastic. Can she get another bucket? Drives, drops to Masagayo. Blocked, and the foul is called. And Maddie Shear can't believe it. Shear will have her first foul.
Wow, great hands by Jade Masagayo. I'll tell you what this was. Talk about in traffic. Just a little bit low. Ooh.
Yeah,
I got her, then gets her yet. I tell you what, though.
To that. She's like, man, it's ball.
Yeah, I thought that felt real good in the first half of that. But Desiree Wooten, again, on that pick and roll, great awareness. And credit Jade Masagayo. What an opportunity.
You saw Kennedy Basham just checked in, number 0 for TCU, low right blocks. Masagayo, good. You said she loved to have that free throw back. She earns herself another opportunity here.
Yep.
It's the first, sitting on 19 points today. 2 buffs with 19, Wooten, and now Masagayo, who, if she gets to 20 points, she ties the game at 77. Here we go with TCU. Maybe trying to win one against the buzzer right here. Buffalo's pressure, the inbound. And Hunter pulls it away after a salvage by Taylor Bigby. The TCU Buffs almost pried that away.
And now you're seeing a mismatch here. Greer with Hunter. Zai Walker will stay with Olivia Miles.
Hunter drives right past. Wooten comes to help Hunter put it away. Nicely done by Donovan Hunter, who now has 17 points and gives TCU the lead with 5.5 remaining.
And again, that was all set up on that inbounds.
And the Buffs made their plan here with 5.5 to go, down by 2. Inbounding, Anael Dutau gets it to Masagayo, who's going to drive against Basham. Up and in, and she's fouled. The clock does not run out, but the N1 could give the Buffs the lead. Probably a little time going back on the clock. Did Jade Masagayo just almost win it? Can she hit the free throw?
All right, here you go. Take it this look again. You draw Jade Masagayo up to that high post. You clear out that entire side. Jade was left alone. Wooten was there as an option too, but that was Jade's to work with. And again, does a great job of getting Kennedy Basham on her hip and gets to the line here.
Oh my goodness, 22 points, her high this season against Oklahoma State, Jan 25. This would be her new season high. 23, got it, and the Buffs have a 1-point lead. It is 0.7 seconds on the clock, and Jade Masagayo advanced the ball, and they're going to opt to bring it to the near side here for the inbound. So opposite their bench, TCU will inbound from the near side of the court. Colorado leading by 1.
So you see Zai Walker. And Desiree
Down, Hunter gets it to Miles, turns, flings it. That is off the side of the backboard, and